for the events details page that I was assigned to complete this week. And in particular, we were tasked with using React Native and Supabase. So I've gone ahead and set up a little bit of a demo. So just to get started, I have set up my Supabase and made a little bit of a schema about what we could potentially use. So it's very small, but yeah, so we have the societies table, two tables in particular. So we have the societies table. So this table basically keeps a record of all the societies at UNSW, or that the ones that are using our app. So for example, DevSoc, Social Soccer Society, or any other societies that are involved. And then we have an events table, and this keeps the record of all the events that have been posted by the particular society, and they have the relevant fields. So for example, events has title, description, date, location, event banner URL, and it has a foreign key reference to the society that actually posted the particular event. And I've gone ahead and populated the database with just some sample data. And yeah, I've ran the query and it returned some results, but we can also go into the table editor and see. And we can see that the database is actually populated with particular events. So we have the Learn to Play program, our weekly Friday mixed game, and the Blueprint Hackathon. And we also, for societies, it's also populated. We have the Social Soccer Society and DevSoc in our database. Now, in terms of code, so at the very base of the data fetching is the Supabase client, which just initializes the connection to the Supabase instance that we've already made. Another few things that I want to quickly mention are that I've made some little hooks. So in particular, I've made a use events hook, and all this hook does, it basically fetches all the events that are currently stored in our database. So these are the events. We have 3 events, and the hook essentially just fetches all these events. One thing I do want to point out is that the fetcher is a little bit different here, and in the documentation, I think Axios was being used to fetch data from an API, but I followed Supabase's docs to fetch data from Supabase's database that we've made. And another hook that I've utilized, made, is the use event by ID. And this hook is similar to the one before, but it's fetching one particular event with some additional society information. So basically it's doing like a little join on the 2 tables so that we get information about the event itself and the society that posted the event, so we can format it nicely on the events details page. Now, before we get into a bit of the code, how a bit of the code works, I'll quickly show you guys what I have. So I made a bit of the feed. I know I was meant to do the events details page, but I went ahead, made it just to kind of see how it would like link together. But yeah, so this is the feed here, and the way it kind of works at a higher level overview is that to display all the events we just saw, we use the use events hook that we made. This actually sends a query to Supabase, and once the data has actually successfully been fetched, it is rendered basically using this flash list component that was provided as part of the Obytes starter repo. And one other thing I want to point out is the card component. So this essentially is the card component here, and I have made a few changes to the card component. It was provided by default in the Obytes starter repo, but what I've gone ahead and done is basically wrapped everything. I've gone ahead and basically wrapped everything into this link component, so that when the user actually taps the card, it navigates to a different page. So we can have a look here. For example, I press the Learn to Play Soccer program. It's going to go ahead, fetch all the data and display it. Like there we are. We have the title, we have the date it takes place, description about the actual the program, the title, the location, the banner photo, a bit of information about the society, the number of members, some description, things of that sort. And the way this works is we have the single event screen, and basically what's happening is that when the user clicks the event expo router, it opens up the detail screen that we just saw, and essentially we use the use event by ID hook that we've made to get this data and essentially basically display it. I won't go too much into details about it, but yeah, so we can go ahead, we can go on any other events. We can go on the Blueprint Hackathon. It will load it up. It's a bit slow. That's working. We can go on this one as well, and it should be working as well. There we are. Yeah, that was pretty much my demo. Thank you guys.